fucking, right?
I don't usually do headphones, but for you, Jesus, I'll make the exception today.
Well, thanks, Mr. President.
Thank you for having me. You're one of a kind. You're loved like I'm loved by the American people.
No, I'm actually really excited. I came down here to talk to you once. I was watching that rally thing, where you
What a time to be alive. It was great.
you almost couldn't say that.
Millimeters of my life was almost taken by that close. It was almost gone.
Me and my father were watching you, and we were like, "There's a dude on the fucking roof." I was trying to scream, but I guess I wasn't loud enough.
I saw him out there, but Secret Service didn't have a question about it for the first while. And now that I look at it, it doesn't make sense. I thought, because everyone wants to see me speak, that the rally, it was huge. It was huge to begin with, that maybe we had more that wanted to get in. They couldn't get close, so they brought out their scopes. And luckily, I turned my head. I turned my head just like this, Jesus. I told you. I said, I'd just that little bit. And Secret Service, they did their job. They put one between his eyes,
But
that's it. Settled.
I was wondering, how'd you see the guy over? There's a giant slope.
If that slope was any bigger, we would have had a worry. But it wasn't that big, according to the FBI, that it wasn't worth it for them to watch. So they only said they put people in the building, not on the roof. And here I am.
Yes.
Oh, God.
But no, I was
tearing up a second. Hold on.
I was impressed with your ability to dodge bullets. Where'd you learn that, in academy?
I'm like a cat. I got 9 lives. Thank you to you and your father. You spared me one. But by the grace of you, I was able to take 1 life away, and now I've got 8 remaining.
No, I'm happy you're still around. And we were wondering, since when does FBI hire Oompa Loompas? Is that new?
If the FBI didn't cut by budget, like they've been cutting everything and letting everybody come across the border, then I would have the hoax as my bodyguards. But since our budget got cut, so did the height of everybody working for me.
Wow. Have you ever thought investing maybe stilts or high heels?
If I did that, then they wouldn't be able to walk. They could barely put their gun in their holsters. But if I took away their ability to walk because I had to put them in high heels, then I wouldn't be here talking to you today.
No, I'm really excited. Not everyone's excited, but
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on the news. It was going on. People were talking bad and saying they should have turned. He should have better shot. Should have done that. They should see my golf swing. They're right. Maybe if he was a better shot, I wouldn't be able to win 6 club championships.
you have the course record of 8 hole-in-ones in 1 round?
Jesus, there's a time in my life where I thought you were on my side. And I thought for a lot of times it was on the golf course. But it wasn't. That was just me, because I'm great. I'm fantastic. I practice. I do good. I'm great. And I thought sometimes where I've made a shot that maybe it was you. You were there helping me. But the only time I've ever been encountered is when you came along and helped that bullet just get the ear.
Well, we're trying to place bets up in heaven, right? We were watching you, and we started to make our own hats. Make heaven great again. But unfortunately, we got to wait a little bit longer.
Everybody wants my slogan. Everybody wants it, and you can take it, but that's okay. But everybody wants it. I made it great. But you can tell when greatness is there when everybody wants to be you.
Well, I'm trying to think. Like, we watched the Republican convention, which was amazing. Like, you pretty much had like a concert.
The Republican convention was fantastic. But I'll go back. I was cut short on my speech because of the incident that happened. I was going to give, and I was giving, one of the best speeches that any speech can be given. I was speeching the best speech, and luckily, when I looked at the chart, just like this, I did it again, just like that, and I heard a whizzing sound. Once I heard the whizzing, I knew something wasn't right, so it just wasn't right. So I touched my ear. Blood everywhere, blood. So I just dropped.
Like if Joe was up there, dead.
Joe couldn't even find the stage. Let's not get it anything wrong. Joe was the safest man in an outdoor speech because Joe wouldn't even know where to go. He would show up to the wrong convention, and that's why no one would ever be able to even take a shot.
Well, no, it was very beautiful. We have a lot of questions. We were wondering, how's the ear?
The ear's bleeding. It's still bleeding.
Hasn't stopped yet.
It's the most bloodiest spot on the body. It's always going to bleed. It's going. But if I didn't get shot here, then, maybe it would have stopped. But since I got shot, then it's just bleeding.
It's incredible how you keep bleeding for America.
Everything I do is for America. I'm here to give my life to America. You wanted to take me, but I said, no, Jesus, not yet.
But
turn my head the right way.
we got the hats.
In 4 more years, maybe we'll talk again. But right now is not the time.
Well, that's enough talking to you. No, I really appreciate it. We were very worried for your health. I got the red line, the red eye all the way down to Earth. Speaking of, this is horrible down here. I don't know what the hell you guys been doing, but gas prices? Are you serious? Come on, like, can you fix that?
If they wouldn't have took me out of the office, all Joe had to do was just leave everything in place. Joe didn't do that, and therefore, that's why everything's in ruins. I left it. Everything was great. Joe just didn't have to do anything. Just leave it, Joe. Just leave it. But what did Joe do? Joe fell asleep at the wheel, just like he fell asleep standing there every day in public, making an embarrassment. Joe fell asleep and ruined everything I had, and now prices are through the roof.
Pretty much one big final question I got to ask. Like, I just watched the news. Joe's sick, right? He's got COVID, but didn't he get the vaccine? What happened?
Of course, they're going to do anything to try to make it so Joe doesn't have to face me in another embarrassing debate on his part. Joe embarrassed himself, and that's why they're going to do everything to stop me from trying to be able to embarrass Joe, because Joe doesn't even know who Joe is.
Wow, that explains a lot. I appreciate everything. No, I just want to say thank you. We're all rooting for you up in heaven, but we hopefully we don't see you anytime soon.
Well, with you and your dad on my side, and if you come down and you vote for me, Donald Trump, then I will make America great again. I won't have to be with you yet, but one day I hope that you move over on your throne because I'm going to build a Trump Tower in heaven.
Wait. Calm down. Cut the commercial.